Well, my birth certificate says one thing, my back says another, and my brain still thinks I'm 20. Kinda. Saw football in the neighbor's yard. Thought I'd show them kids I still got heart. Took 3 steps and pulled a muscle. Spent 2 weeks walking with a shuffle. Still crank the radio way up loud. Still think I can impress a crowd. Till I catch my reflection in a store and wonder who that old man's for. Inside I'm 20, outside's debatable. I still feel 20, kinda, till I get up from a recliner. Still got dreams bigger than my age, but my knees ain't read that page. I still feel 20, kinda, at least inside this old reminder. The spirit's young, the body's weird. That's been the story for years. Bought a leather jacket last July. Thought I looked cool, not gonna lie. My daughter laughed so hard she cried. Said, "Dad, you're having a midlife ride." Stayed up late to watch the game. Spent the next day feeling pain. Used to recover overnight. Now I need a weekend to feel right. My heart says go, my joints say no. I still feel 20, kinda, till I get up from a recliner. Still got dreams bigger than my age, but my knees ain't read that page. I still feel 20, kinda, at least inside this old reminder. The spirit's young, the body's weird. That's been the story for years. Maybe age is just a state of mind. If that's true, then I'm doing fine. Just don't ask me to run too far or help somebody move their car. I still feel 20, kinda, even with gray around my sideburns. Still laugh too loud, still chase the fun, like life ain't nearly done. I still feel 20, kinda, and I wouldn't trade it for another. 'Cause growing old ain't half as bad when you still know how to laugh. Yeah, 20 on the inside, mostly. When I was young, I thought it'd last forever. When I was young, the world felt wide. Every road looked like a brand new ride. A tank of gas and a Friday night was all I needed to feel alive. We chased the moon in an old Chevrolet, never cared much about yesterday. Thought time would always wait its turn. Boy, I had so much left to learn. Back then, the years moved slow. Or maybe I just didn't know. When I was young, the days were long and the nights were wild. Every dream felt worth the miles, and every scar was just a story begun. When I was young, I thought my heroes would never fade, and love would always find a way. Lord, I miss the man I was when I was young. Mama's voice from the front porch swing. Daddy's hands could fix anything. Friends still here, not names on stone, and every house felt just like home. Now the faces in old photographs bring back tears and make me laugh. 1,000 memories come and go, like leaves drifting down an old dirt road. The older I get, the more I find the best parts of life stay in your mind. When I was young, the days were long and the nights were wild. Every dream felt worth the miles, and every scar was just a story begun. When I was young, I thought my heroes would never fade, and love would always find a way. Lord, I miss the man I was when I was If I could walk those roads once more, I'd stand a little longer at every door. Tell the people I loved how much they meant before the years came and went. When I was young, I never thought I'd see these days. Watch my dark hair turn to gray, or count the blessings that I've won. When I was young, I couldn't see what I see now. That every wrinkle tells me how a good life is built one day at a time. Though I miss those years gone by, I wouldn't trade this life of mine for all the gold beneath the sun. Seems like yesterday when I was young. was a time when I could walk past a mirror and smile. Nowadays, I just keep walking. I used to have hair thick as a bear. Now my forehead's got plenty to spare. Used to have muscles girls adored. Now I pull one reaching for a cord. My six-pack left without goodbye turned into a keg over time. Gravity's been winning every war, and I don't look good naked anymore. Time's got jokes, and buddy, I'm the punchline. I don't look good naked anymore. The man I was ain't living here no more. Got wrinkles where I used to be smooth, and things that used to work got nothing to prove. The lights stay off when I leave the shower. Age keeps gaining power by the hour. Lord, what happened to the guy before? 'Cause I don't look good naked anymore. Doctor says I ought to lose some weight. I told him, Doc, you're 20 years too late. My knees sound like an old screen door every time they hit the floor. I bought new jeans last Saturday. The size on the tag ruined my day. Now elastic waistbands run the store, and I don't look good naked anymore. Father Time, he's undefeated. I don't look good naked anymore. The man I was ain't living here no more. Got wrinkles where I used to be smooth, and things that used to work got nothing to prove. The lights stay off when I leave the shower. Age keeps gaining power by the hour. Lord, what happened to the guy before? 'Cause I don't look good naked anymore. But I got stories money can't buy, and a woman still laughs at my lines. Yeah, youth may have walked out the door, but life's still worth living for. I don't look good naked anymore, but I ain't ashamed like before. These scars and lines are proof I've lived, and every year had something to give. So raise a glass and laugh out loud. A little older, a little proud. I may not be what I was before, but I don't need to look good anymore. Getting old ain't pretty, but it sure beats the alternative. Funny how silence can break a man's heart more than noise ever could. He used to greet me at the old screen door, tail beating rhythms on the wooden floor. Every evening when I'd come back home, he'd let the whole county know I wasn't alone. Chased every squirrel from here to town, never let a stranger hang around. Now that old rug lies by the door, and my dog don't bark no more. Time takes people, time takes dreams. Sometimes it takes the little things. My dog don't bark no more, ain't waiting by the front porch door. No paws running across these floors like they did before. Now the nights seem twice as long, and this old house feels all wrong. Lord, I'd give anything just to hear that bark one more time. Still got his leash hanging on the nail, still find his hair on an old flannel. His water bowl sits where it always stayed, like he's coming home someday. Folks say he's just a dog, that's true, but they never knew what we've been through. Best friend a lonely man could know. Now the silence hurts my soul. Some losses never really leave, they just learn how to hide. My dog don't bark no more, ain't waiting by the front porch door. No paws running across these floors like they did before. Now the nights seem twice as long, and this old house feels all wrong. Lord, I'd give anything just to hear that bark one more time. He's chasing rabbits in paradise, young again and running free, just waiting there for me. My dog don't bark no more, but I still hear him sometimes, Lord. In every memory I hold dear, he's never far from here. And when my journey reaches its end, I'll see my old best friend again. Till then I'll smile through the tears and remember all those years. Good boy. Who's a good boy? Yeah, I'll see you again someday. Used to wake up ready to conquer the world. I wake up negotiating with my knees. Alarm goes off at 6:30. Feels like I got hit by a pile of bricks. Ain't even put my boots on yet, and I'm already covered in sweat. Back's complaining, neck's on strike. Every joint's got something it don't like. Lord, before my feet touch the floor, I'm tied down to my core. Coffee ain't working, sleep ain't enough, and getting older ain't for the weak or tough. I wake up already tired, like I spent all night walking through fire. Ain't chased a dream, ain't moved a mile, but exhaustion greets me with a smile. I wake up already tired. This old engine's misfired and rewired. Still got places I gotta go, but I'm running slower than I used to know. Doctor says that's part of age, like that somehow eases the rage. He handed me a pamphlet and a grin. I wanted a refund on my skin. Used to stay up all night long, drink cheap whiskey and sing along. Now if I miss 2 hours of sleep, I'm useless for the rest of the week. Time's undefeated, that's no lie, and these bones keep testifying why. I wake up already tired, like I spent all night walking through fire. Ain't chased a dream, ain't moved a mile, but exhaustion greets me with a smile. I wake up already tired. This old engine's misfired and rewired. Still got places I gotta go, but I'm running slower than I used to know. Or a brand new spine from an auto shop. Maybe a mechanic instead of a doc to tighten up every squeaking bolt. I wake up already tired, but somehow I keep getting inspired. Another sunrise, another chance to keep this old fool in the dance. I wake up already tired, yet there's still a little spark inside. And until the good Lord calls my name, I'll keep playing this worn out game. I'm tired, but I'm still here, and that counts for something. Funny thing about yesterday, you don't miss it while you're living it, you miss it after it's gone. my reflection in a store window, and for a second I didn't know the man staring back at me ain't the one I used to be. Used to walk with a little more fire, a little more hope, a little less tired. Had plans bigger than the sky, and never wondered where the years would fly. Back then, tomorrow looked so far away. Now tomorrow feels like yesterday. I miss who I was yesterday, before life got in the way, before the scars and the hard goodbyes, before I learned how fast time flies. I miss who I was yesterday, the man who thought he'd never change. But looking back, I guess that's life. We lose a little to survive. Mama's voice still echoes clear, though she ain't been around for years. And friends I thought would never leave now live only in my memories. There's an old photograph on the shelf. Sometimes I barely recognize myself. That young man's smile still shines through, like he knew something I never knew. The older I get, the more I see yesterday's gone, but it's still part of me. I miss who I was yesterday, before life got in the way, before the scars and the hard goodbyes, before I learned how fast time flies. I miss who I was yesterday, the man who thought he'd never change. But looking back, I guess that's life. We lose a little to if I could talk to that younger man, I'd shake his hand and help him understand. One day you'll miss these ordinary days more than all your biggest dreams and plans. I miss who I was yesterday, but I wouldn't throw today away. 'Cause every mile and every tear helped bring me here. I miss who I was yesterday, yet I'm thankful for the man I made. And though I sometimes look behind, I'm still grateful for this life. Yesterday's gone, but it never really leaves, does it? Everybody's scared of getting old till they realize the alternative ain't much better. Spent half my life chasing you, thinking gray hair was bad news. Watched every wrinkle like a crime, trying to outrun Father Time. Bought miracle creams and vitamins, read all them magazines again. Then one day I finally laughed at all that worrying in the past. 'Cause time ain't the enemy, it's the proof. You got to stay a little longer. Don't worry about getting old. It's a privilege not everybody holds. Every line upon your face means you want another race. Don't worry about getting old. Ain't no shame in growing slow. One day you'll understand the best stories come from older hands. My knees complain most every day, and my back's got plenty to say. Can't stay up all night anymore without paying for it for a week or more. But I've learned things money can't teach, found a little peace within my reach. And these laugh lines around my eyes came from living, not disguised. Youth looks good for a little while, but wisdom wears a better smile. Don't worry about getting old. It's a privilege not everybody holds. Every line upon your face means you want another race. Don't worry about getting old. Ain't no shame in growing slow. One day you'll understand the best stories come from older hands. They give back what you really need: perspective, grace, and gratitude, a calmer heart and a stronger truth. Don't worry about getting old. There's still plenty of life to hold, still sunsets worth watching through, still dreams worth chasing too. Don't worry about getting old. The finest whiskey ain't sold young, and neither are the finest souls. They take time to become whole. Don't fear the years. Earn 'em. Well, nobody sent me a warning. No letter, no phone call. One day I was 25, then dang, I got old. Used to jump out of bed at dawn. Now I gotta stretch before my socks go on. Used to drive all night without a care. Now I need a nap just getting there. Found a gray hair back in '92. Thought, well, that's odd, and laughed it through. Now they're throwing a family reunion on my head, and the dark ones are nearly dead. It happened slow, then all at once, like somebody hit fast forward on my life. Dang, I got old. Where did all them good years go? 1 minute running wild and free, next minute making noises when I leave my seat. Dang, I got old. But truth be told, life's still funny, life's still gold. Even if my back's got stories untold. My knees predict the weather now, better than any forecast allows. And every time I've been too low, I start wondering if I'll make it back up though. Used to chase girls every Friday night. Now I chase blood pressure numbers right. Funny how priorities rearrange when your body decides to change. Youth packed up without goodbye and left me here with reading glasses and a sigh. Dang, I got old. Where did all them good years go? 1 minute running wild and free, next minute making noises when I leave my seat. Dang, I got old. But truth be told, life's still funny, life's still gold. Even if my back's got stories untold. Just once this year to stand up straight without hearing a gear. Dang, I got old. And somehow that's a blessing too. A lot of folks don't get this far to watch another sunset fall. I've still got songs left in my soul and a few more stories left untold. Aging's weird. One day you're the kid, next day you're telling the kid to turn the music down.